So good morning and welcome. Welcome to Vedic Healing and Vedanta Wisdom Orientation Program. And I welcome all the participants, all the healers, all the graduates, and all the guests who have assembled here for the event today. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here and taking time and energy to invest into your life. So a big welcome to all of you. Let's acknowledge everybody. Great. And those who are comfortable should switch on the video, and those who are okay with the videos off are absolutely fine. So they can participate in whichever way they want, and you can share whenever you feel it is a comfortable time for you to share, right? Right. So as we welcome all the guests and everybody is comfortable, let me just tell you or connect with all of you. You could be at various different places today, right? Just like I said, some of the participants who have just completed the program are bubbling with excitement and they want to share what is happening with their life and what they have learned in the program. So you will get an opportunity to do that. And in case you have invited your guests, so you will also get an opportunity to see how the guests can benefit from this program, right? And the graduates who are here, they must have invited their guests. So it is absolutely fine. You will get your time to share what you got from the program and share with others how they can benefit from their life, right? So the flow of the program will be, I have made a small presentation. and I'll be taking you through that so that you know how this program unfolds and how you can benefit from these programs, right? But before that, let me share my journey with you. So though all of you know me, and many of you know me, and some of you guests may not know me, so I just thought I will share my spiritual journey, rather my spiritual journey of conscious spiritual evolution, right? So my journey, actually conscious journey, started somewhere in 1997. So I was a 32-year-old young man, right? And an electrical engineer from DHV, working in a reputed firm, Crompton Greaves, in marketing and sales. So I was 32 years young, and that was the story when I was in 1997. So my life journey till then was, I was basically sleepwalking, I would say, sleepwalking through my life. Nothing much was happening for the first 28 years. And after that, the next 4 years, so much happened in my life that I was absolutely thrown flat on the ground, right? And I was having breakdowns in the area of health, wealth, relationships, whatever, all the major areas of our life. And that time I was staying with my parents. And as I said, working with Crompton Greaves in a marketing career. And for the outside world, I was very successful, right? Getting a good package, enjoying life. And I also started believing that this is the way life it is. Life में stress तो normal है, life में लड़ाई झगड़े normal हैं, boss से झगड़ा normal है, पड़ोसियों से खिटपिट normal है. So I was living a normal life. That's what I thought. But in actually, my life was quite miserable. As I said, my health was going from bad to worse, and my habits of smoking, drinking, and non-veg, and odd timings, late nights, all this was having a very, you can say, retarding effect on my health. So my health was going down from bad to worse. As I said, I was having a good package, but then there was hardly anything in the savings account. I used to blow it all up. Sab kharch kar deta tha, sab uda deta tha. So that was my life. So there was not much of savings, and jaise bolte hain wealth creation, bangla, gaadi, vagera, nothing. So my savings account was also very marginal, you could say, right? And in relationships, that was the worst area. I thought the whole world was against me. So I was always criticizing, blaming, playing the blame game, shouting, arguing, fighting. That was my way of life. I had very, very selected few friends, and I was comfortable with them. Otherwise, the whole world was after me. So I was actually living a perfect victim syndrome. Like, nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, nobody understands me. And I am there, and the rest of the world is on the other side, and I have to fight them out. So I was operating through that constant fear and insecurity. And I thought that was normal, right? How many of you think that we are living a normal life, but these are things that are happening in our life, right? So that's the way I was. That's the way I was. And then came the moment of magic, I would say, moment of awakening. In 1997, I was attending one of my programs, And just before the program, before I attended the program, I came across this book, Joy of Reiki. It was by Dr. Nalin Nirula and Renu Nirula, who eventually became my first Reiki Masters. So before I completed reading the book, before I completed that, I found them out and I landed up at their place and I registered for the Reiki 1 seminar. And that was the beginning of my journey into spiritual healing. So I did Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3A. Then I did all the programs that they could possibly teach, the seminars, the communication programs, and many other programs. I kept attending that. And I also did the karmic healing. They used to call that KQ basic and advanced. So I did that karmic healing. And of course, my journey started. And in the next 4 to 5 years, I had done most of the programs that they could offer. Also, I did many other programs connected with it. Okay. And what happened? My life of transformation started happening. So all the late night parties were cut off by the morning walks. So I used to get up in the morning, go for a morning walk, started doing yoga, started learning meditation, and that started my journey in a totally different way. I became more conscious of my health. My health started becoming better, right? So obviously the late night parties had given way to my morning walk times, right? So my late night friends were replaced by the friends who were doing the morning jogging walk. So we used to talk of meditation, pranayam, and yoga more than about the other kind of parties that we were interested in, right? That was about health. So health started improving. I started gaining weight. That was one major area of my life. I was always a flyweight. Log bolte the bahar dhyan se jana, hawa tej chal rahi hai, kind of a thing. So I started putting up weight and I started looking healthy. And in wealth, from a person who was in marketing and sales, constantly under stress and pressure, I started a transition. I made a transition into training. Though I did not leave marketing and sales, but I found new passion in training. So I used to train my sales force. I used to train the sales force of my clients, and I started getting very passionate about training part. And that gave me a new breath of life because I was doing something which I love to do, right? And as I did that, my stress vanished and I became more jovial and happy in my life. My cigarettes and drinks came down drastically and I was actually started coming alive in my life. So I started enjoying life for the first time. I thought I could never do something which I would love to do. But here it was, I was doing training and I used to love that. And that gave me a lot of energy and passion and of course my healing. So as I practiced healing for myself and for others, in fact, I used to hunt for people. Kiski healing karunga, kind of a thing. So that was my enthusiasm. I used to catch hold of people, do healing for them. And that is how I used to move on. So in the next 5 years of my practice of healing, nearly daily, I used to do that. That gave me a complete transformation in my behavior. My whole behavior changed, my communication changed, and I started enjoying company of people and people started enjoying my company. So my relationships automatically improved, right? And then my family life started. I got married in 2005 and started my family life in 2006, my son being born then. And it took me again in a very settled way of life. So I was going through a lot of transition. Consciousness was rising. There was a shift in the consciousness and there was a shift in the life. So all the areas of my life was shifting and I was flowing with life where my consciousness was leading me, right? So I talked about health. I talked about wealth, like from a freelance trainer. Then I slowly gained confidence. I started meeting team of trainers. I joined a corporate organization, became a training head, then became a branch head, then became a national head, from different regions. First I was heading north and west, then I was heading the whole of India. I became a national head training. So obviously, as the designation increased, the wealth increased, and the wealth creation also happened. So Bangla, Gadi, dash, dot, everything started happening. And wealth-wise, I was very comfortable in life, right? And relationships, as I said, I was more comfortable with people and people were more comfortable with me. And that gave me a lot of happiness and joy in my life. And the main reason in relationship was I had started contributing to people by means of healing. And this was something which I came to know only as an afterthought. As I contributed to people, my relationship started improving in all areas with all the people. So my friends, neighbors, workplace, my office colleagues, clients, everybody was happy with me. And I was happy with them because basically I became a happy person, right? So from being a victim in life, I had become a victor in life. So that was the transformation I could see during that. And then when the transition happens, what happens after that? What I experienced was I was flowing in life, and the quest, that means the curiosity and the quest, जो जिज्ञासु बोलते हैं, आपकी जिज्ञासा जो है वो आपको एक spiritual path पे आगे लेके जाती है. So I was frantically looking for modalities which would increase my consciousness. So I did many programs. So that journey was something magical, I would say, right? Because it took my consciousness to a absolutely new level, new dimension. And what all I did, to name a few, of course, I was into yoga and meditation. So I did art of living. I did other forms of meditation. I did Brahma Kumaris, right? So the Raj Yoga meditation, I was keen on that. I started reading books, all kind of books. So Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga of Swami Vivekananda. So these started interesting me. Autobiography of a yogi. I got interested in Ramakrishna Mission, so Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Paramahamsa Yogananda. So these were some of the other things that I did. And along with that, I did NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I did Firewalk seminars, attended. Yeah. So that was one. Then I started learning new modalities of healing. So access bars, consciousness, hypnotherapy, PLR. I did that for myself and I started learning it. So that kept me on the move. My consciousness kept on moving in the upward direction, and it created a real flux of movement in my life. And that's what I experienced. And somewhere it was around, I would say around 2015. Another big magical moment happened when I came to know about this Vedic healing and Vedanta wisdom. And that really was like a booster dose for me, because that elevated my consciousness to such a level that I actually, raised myself to a very level which was absolutely new for me. Even I didn't understand that time. It was only as an afterthought I got to know that this was the path which had taken me to a very high level of awareness and consciousness. And that became my passion. And by the time lockdown happened in 2019, I was ready to move into the spiritual domain in a big way. I got the divine calling to conduct these programs, preach and teach. So I was practicing, I was teaching, I was preaching all about Vedic healing and Vedanta wisdom. So I created this program with the divine calling under Divine Healing Valley, along with the Wednesday program, and started contributing to people. And when the pandemic came, my healers and I and my healers, we had already created a team. We were ready to serve the people, to save the people, and transform many human lives. We did that during the pandemic, and even now, it's still on, right? So we made a huge transformation in people's life and made impact in those lives who were suffering and feeling miserable in life. So that was my journey. And today, if you ask me, I'm absolutely clear that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, right? So created a huge shift in me. And to tell you frankly, that is the small but an eventful journey, which I would say was my journey from a victim to a victor, or becoming a master in my life, master in my karma, master of my destiny. Though I'm still in WIP, but I know that I'm on the right road. So the quest is there and the path is clear. So that is a journey I wanted to share with you. So as you hear this story, I'm sure all of you would have found yourself in some place and connected with this story. So how many of you could connect with your life, what is happening in your life? How many of you could connect that you are here on a spiritual journey and nothing happens by accident? Yeah. If you ask me, I would say I met my Reiki master as an accident, but no, it was not an accident. It was destined to be, right? And today, if you're here, it is not because of an accident. It is because you are destined to be here. You are listening exactly those words which you are supposed to listen. Okay, right. So anybody who would like to share? And meanwhile, welcome Praveenji, welcome. And let me check anybody else who is there, who is joined new. That's fine. Sylvia ji, welcome. And Sanjay, welcome. Yeah. Okay, good. Anybody who would like to share anything that opens up for you, you're welcome. Anybody want to ask anything? Anybody wants to share something where you see yourself getting connected? Yes, Richie, you want to share something? Unmute yourself and you can share. Unmute yourself.
So why did you marry so late? I mean, in the very late age.
No, I can't hear you. I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Say that again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying that why did you marry so late?
Can you?
Why did you marry so late?
Destiny. Everything happens at the right time when it has to happen, right?
Okay.
As I said, my relationships were in bad shape, right? So when relationships are in bad shape, you don't get the destined result. Yeah. So when the destiny is right, you will get the right things. In fact, that gives me an opportunity to again share something. How many of us feel that we deserve better people in our life, better bosses, better neighbors, better partners? That's a dangerous statement to make, but still, how many of us feel that? Let me tell you, what you have in your life right now is what you actually deserve. There are no mistakes in this universe. The kind of job you are in, the kind of partner you are in, the kind of neighbors that you have, the kind of job you have, that is exactly what you deserve right now. Nothing less, nothing more. So that's a bold statement. I will reserve the later discussions later on. Yes. Okay. But my invitation to all the guests and all the graduates here is look into your life. I shared my spiritual journey so that you can connect with your spiritual journey. Okay. And the nature of the mind is we start analyzing. Acha, uski life mein ye theek hai. Acha, uski life mein ye acha nahi tha. Look into your life and see what is working in your life. That will make a huge impact in your participation in this program. Okay, that's fine. You had a curiosity, so you asked. That is perfectly fine, right? But then my invitation is to look into your life. How your life is getting connected in this spiritual journey. Where are you at this stage? That is what will give you an opportunity to move ahead. Yes, Shweta ji, you have a question? Shweta ji, please go ahead if you want to share something.
No, Shashi Ji, please continue.
Okay, you raised your hand, so I thought maybe you wanted to ask. Okay.
No, it was just clicked.
Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Anybody else who would like to share something? Anybody else who want to share something, ask something, right? Otherwise, my small presentation is ready. So what I will do is I will go through the small presentation, take you through the presentation so that you are clear what this program is all about. And then we can have an open house after that presentation. Is that okay with everybody? Just show me your thumbs up. Yeah, just show me a thumbs up. That's fine. All right, great. Wonderful. So I will share that small presentation which I prepared for you. It's a very small presentation, but it will definitely shake you up. So wake you up and shake you up. So that's what my job is. Yeah. Okay, so let me just share. And meanwhile, I will complete the presentation and then I will take the questions. So in case you have any questions in between, just note down. Once I close the screen share, we will take the questions. Okay, so Divine Healing Valley, that's who I am actually, right? So the Vedic Healing and Vedanta Wisdom program. I hope all of you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Yeah, okay. So I'm a corporate trainer, life coach, Reiki Master and Spiritual Healer. That's about me. What does this program offer? So let us look at the power and magic of Vedic healing. What is Vedic healing? So everybody can see the screen, I suppose. If you're not able to see the screen, please tell me, because there is some message which is coming on my screen that screen is not moving, is it? So everybody can see that screen, power and magic of Vedic healing. Just raise your hand. Okay, good, thanks. So what is the promise? You will experience a profound connection with the divine spiritual healing energy. Now, when we talk of healing, it's very important to know the healer is always there within you, right? The healer is always there within you. So what is going to happen in this Vedic healing is you are going to get connected with your real essence. So you are going to get connected with the divine connection that you already have. It's not something new. You already have a divine connection. You are not aware of it, or rather you have forgotten about it. So you will be strongly, profoundly connected with that divine connection. So you will have an access to the divine spiritual healing energy in a way which was not possible before, which was not available for you before. And because of that, you will become a healer which is already inborn in you. And then, of course, you will be learning many holistic healing techniques to heal yourself as well as heal all the people in your life. And there are different modalities. We will talk about that during the program. But we have touch healing, we have distance healing, right? So there are many, many modalities that we have where you can heal yourself and others by touch healing or distance healing. So these are holistic healing techniques. When we say holistic, we mean they are going to impact you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and karmically, and financially. So all the aspects of life that you can think of. So it is holistic way of life. Life is always holistic, and this healing is also affecting you at all the levels. Then, of course, there are pearls of wisdom that you would be learning from Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is the Ashtanga Yoga, the benefits of that. And time to time, we will have a lot of wisdom coming in, which is the highest level of wisdom, which is available for you. Along with this, of course, we have the Vedanta wisdom, which I will explain in the next slide, right? And these powerful techniques that you are going to learn are not something as a knowledge. They are there as a wisdom. So simple practices and the wisdom of these practices. See, knowledge can wane out. Knowledge can wane out. Whatever you have learned in your school, possibly you don't remember anything because it was all in the domain of knowledge. But whatever was there in the domain of wisdom is still there. Correct? The basics will always be there for you. You may have forgotten about what you learned about trigonometry or algebra, but then you never forget what is the counting of 0 to 9, correct? Elementary, basic, foundation blocks. You may forget some chapters of English, but then you never forget the ABCD, A to Z. These are the foundation. This is the foundation, the basic block. So the techniques of healings are the basic blocks. And what they will give you is the wisdom, which you will never forget. And it will actually grow with time. So that is the power of Vedic healing. Okay. So this is what is the promise of the Vedic healing. So we have 7 sessions of Vedic healing and 7 sessions of Vedanta wisdom. What is the promise of the Vedanta wisdom or the power and magic of Vedanta wisdom? You will generate insights by Swadhyaya and transform all the areas of your life. Okay. Now, when I say Swadhyaya, Swadhyaya is self-study. And what we are normally indulging in? We are normally indulging in par adhyay. We like to analyze others. Here we are talking of self-study. You are going to analyze yourself, your life, and not in a vague manner, but in a very, very powerful insights that you are getting from the wisdom of the Vedanta. When we talk of Vedanta, Vedanta is the highest wisdom of the Vedas, right? So the 4 Vedas and the 10 major Upanishads, the highest wisdom of that is condensed into Vedanta. And what we'll be following is the Advaita Vedanta. And that insights, the wisdom of these insights is going to transform your basic understanding of yourself. And you will transform all the areas of life. And the methodology, if you ask me, is Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasana. Don't worry about these words. You will get to know a lot in the program. So it is Shravan, means listening. Manan means contemplation, understanding. And then Nididhyasana, which means the practice. So first you learn, first you hear, then you understand, and then you practice. That is how the wisdom is applicable in your life, all the areas of your life, right? Another major benefit that you will get from this is you will unveil the layers of obstacles to move forward in your spiritual journey. Now, when we say unveil the layers of obstacles, it is like an onion. You see in the layers of the onion. So unpeeling the onion is what? Yeah. So layer after layer after layer, you will unveil what? The layer of your obstacles, layer of your ignorance. So there are different layers of ignorance that has enveloping you. You will remove all these layers of ignorance, of obstacles, and then you will move forward in your spiritual journey, which is in one word, you will break through the bondage of Maya. Okay, and Maya affects every human being in a separate way. It's not the same. Maya for me will be very different from Maya for you. So why is that? How is that? And how do we break the obstacles? How do we remove the obstacles? That is what this wisdom will tell you. Understanding and realize the real nature of God within you and transcend the levels of existence. So we all know God is not somewhere up in the sky, right? God is absolutely present within us, within me. So understanding my real nature, understanding the real nature of God, and then to transcend all the levels of existence, to be one with the divine. That is the promise of this Vedanta wisdom. Okay, so when we say the real nature of God, so first let me just tell you, when you know God, the things are different. When you believe God, it is different. So what is the difference between these two? When you believe something that God exists, you are actually आप मानते हो भगवान को, है ना? तो I am an atheist or an atheist. If I am a believer in God, I am an atheist. Otherwise, if a non-believer is an atheist. तो आप या तो मानते हो या नहीं मानते हो. इन दोनों में आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. जब आप जान जाओगे, when you know God, know the real nature of God, then you will be moving forward in your spiritual journey. Correct? So that is what you will experience here. And of course, you get an access to living life powerfully, ongoing, with power, freedom, and joy. This is your birthright, by the way. So when you get in touch with your real self, this will become a given thing. This is what you will experience in your life, every moment, every day. So imagine the life. If you're experiencing power, freedom, and joy in every moment of your life, every day of your life, how would your life be? Right? So that is the promise of this program. Moving on. Whenever you hear this word Vedic healing or you hear Vedanta wisdom, one thing you can be sure. The 0 to 9 of Vedanta wisdom or Vedic healing is what? Om. The A to Z of Vedic healing and Vedanta wisdom is what? Om. Om is the highest vibration which created the whole universe, which created the whole world. So do you think this Om will have the power to transform your world? जो पूरे ब्रह्मांड जिससे बना है, पूरी दुनिया जिससे बनी है, पूरी सृष्टि जिससे बनी है, क्या वो वाइब्रेशन आपकी लाइफ को चेंज कर सकती है? कर सकती है, right? So this is the highest vibration which is available for you, and we will be learning many ways of how you can use this symbol of Om and transform your various areas of life. So that is what I would leave you with this slide, though this slide is in itself a discussion of 1.5 hours. Okay, so we will do that in one of the sessions in the program. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this is the foundation block for everything, for creation of the universe, for creating the world, and for creating and transforming your life again. This is the foundation. Right, so moving on. One thing which let me tell you of Vedanta wisdom is the 4 Mahavakyas. So many of you would be knowing this, and all the graduates and all the participants who have completed it, they know this as Jack and Jill. Yeah, they know all the 4 as something as the building blocks. So another building block of Vedanta wisdom are the 4 Mahavakyas. So I will not go into the details of this. I will just tell you how they are chanted or how they are said. So the first one that we learn in terms of the way we progress in the program, the first one is Tattvamasi, that you are. I will leave the details of where it is coming from later on. So Tattvamasi, you are that. Second, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Third, Prajnanam Brahman. Brahman is the awareness, the consciousness. I am Atman Brahman. This Jiva, the essence of the Jiva is what? The self, the Atma, and the Atma is the Brahman. So these are 4 profound Mahavakyas. Each one is taken separately in one session each, with a lot of stories, a lot of explanations, and a lot of practical implication. And by the way, all of them express the same insight that everything is divine. Everything is divine. Everyone is divine. That is the basic essence. But to live your life from this foundation is something which is magical, right? And by the end of this program, all of you will be trained and all of you will have the expertise to live your life from these basic foundation in life. Okay, right, let's move on. As a Vedic healer, as a knower of the Vedanta wisdom, you will get an access to be free from all the desires. You will transcend karma. What do you mean by freedom from all the desires? Does it mean that I will not fulfill any desires? No, on the contrary, you will be fulfilling all the desires. You will be fulfilling all your desires and you will be free from all the desires. How does that sound to everybody? If you can fulfill all your desires and if you can be free from all the desires, how will your life be? Think about it. You're not sacrificing your desires. It's a very different, very profound thought, by the way. Profound teaching. People say, kill your desires. No, you're going to fulfill your desires and you will be still free from them. That is the power of Vedanta wisdom, correct? Hold on. Not now. Just note down. I'll come back to you. Yeah. Freedom from suffering. You will transcend the dukkha. How many of us have sufferings and miseries in life? I was a storehouse of suffering and miseries, by the way, as I shared in my life, right? So if you are having sufferings and miseries in your life, you will be completely free from them. You will get an access to be completely free from them. And when I say this, remember, pain is something which is inevitable, but suffering and misery is an option. So you will be completely free from suffering and miseries in life. So you will transcend karma, which is desires. You will transcend dukkha, which is suffering. And you will get an insight to be completely free from body consciousness, and which includes fear of death. So you will be getting an access to the Brahma Gyan, which will move you forward from the fear of death to fearlessness. In fact, the basic prayer of Vedanta is what? Asato ma sadgamaya, tamso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. So you will get an access to make that prayer real and powerful in your day-to-day life. How does that sound to you? And that is the promise of this program, right? Okay, so let me see, anything more is there? Yes, so till now, this is for the healer, but now what for others? If you want to become a healer, you want to transform yourself and you want to transform others, right? So what is possible for you and others in your life? So you will resolve past issues, yourself as well as others. You will be able to be free from stress and give freedom from stress to all the others. So those who are coming to you for healing after that, when you start healing, practicing healing, you can do healing for them and they will be free from stress. So you will be contributing to people in your life. And this is the actual transformation of life. Life is you and all the people in your life, right? So you will have the power to transform everybody. Your life will include all the people. You can transform your self-image. You can transform the self-image of others whom you're going to heal. And recovery from illness, which is a major suffering and misery in life right now. The pandemic, remember, the pandemic and the after effects. So recovery from illness is one of the very small benefits, I would say. The real benefit is your spiritual journey to oneness with the divine. So from that context, recovery from illness and disease and ailments look very small, but this is a very major benefit that you can give to others. How many of you want to make others happy and free from diseases? Yes. This is what the power is. You will become a spiritual healer par excellence with full connection with the divine. And you will be able to, of course, make yourself free from all the illness and disease and move ahead and create that for others. That is the power of the program. And this will give you some idea about what I have created and what you will have an opportunity to create. So disease cannot survive in a body of light, right? So remove your karmic blocks with spiritual healing. This you can tell others. By the end of the program, you will have this power and the magic to do this for others or create this for others. Distant spiritual healing for divine magical results in all areas of your life: health, wealth, relationships. Spiritual healing can create the magic of love, happiness, and joy in your relationship. And if somebody wants freedom from depression, anxiety, panic attack, you are the solution. Healing is the perfect solution, and you are an inborn healer. Only thing is that you have to invoke that healer and get that healer out so that the healer can express himself or herself in the outside world. That is what is the promise of this program. Questions I'll take a little later. Thank you very much for your time to watch this presentation. Now I'll stop the screen share and I will take questions in case you have. All right, so thank you very much for your patient listening. I know it must have been tough, but how many of you actually got touched, moved, and inspired by this presentation and the story? Yeah, you saw something in your life, something great possible in your life, right? Very good, wonderful. So now, if you have any questions, anything you want to share, please go ahead and switch on your videos if you can, because I am seeing completely, at least those who want to share should switch on your video if it is okay with you, right? All right. Yes, Gunjanji, you had something to share.
Sir, I had a question.
Yes.
Can you please elaborate that about the desires and everything?
Yeah. So,
the first point.
First point. So what exactly do you want to know about desires? It's a very good question, by the way. Huh?
Yes.
Life is all about desires.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But when I desire something, so I feel guilty at times. I should leave everything on God.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah. So first
I
of all,
should
you have
not
to
ask
understand.
anything.
You have to
I
understand.
should not ask anything. Yes.
I get that. So I got your context. So if you don't want to ask something, just be grateful to God. You will get what you deserve. That is one way of living life.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
One way is that you have complete surrender to the divine, and the divine will give you whatever comes to you. You accept that as in full gratitude as a prasad. मंदिर जाते हैं प्रसाद मिलता है ना, तो लाइफ को वैसे जीना है, full devotion. This is called bhakti yoga. Okay, I'm just highlighting something so that you can understand which way you are going. So if bhakti yoga inspires you, do this. This is perfectly fine. You don't have to have any desires, because all your desires are for the divine. The divine will take care of you, and it is true. It is true. Divine will take care of you, but you should have that level of surrender to the divine. अक्सर हम कैसे डिवाइन पे विश्वास रखते हैं मालूम है? मेरा ये काम कर दिया तो मैं तुमको विश्वास करूंगा, ये काम नहीं किया तो हे भगवान तुम हो कि नहीं, तुमने मुझे छोड़ दिया, मुझे मजार में डुबो दिया, अब मैं क्या करूं? अब भगवान विष्णु तो नहीं बचा पाए, तो मैं भगवान शिव के पास जाती हूँ. भगवान विष्णु शिव के साथ भी नहीं हुआ तो फिर देवी माँ के पास चली जाती हूँ. नवरात्र चल रहे हैं, चलो जी देवी माँ ने, चलो गणेश जी को ढूंढ लेती हूँ. So you do window shopping for gods. Where is the bhakti? The surrender to divine is easy to say. Surrender to divine does not happen. If you surrender to the divine, you will be blessed. You will straight away reach self-realization. I can assure you that much. Anyway, so that is a long answer to your short question. But the question is, if you have a desire without any guilt, how would your life be? Think like that. आपने कहा आपको desire आता है तो guilty feel करती हो. अगर गिल्ट ना रहे और फुल डिजायर्स हो और पूरे डिजायर्स फुलफिल भी हो रहे हो with power, freedom and joy, how would your life be? Think that is possible. I can tell you what is possible in this program, right? It is possible. I've experienced it, and right now I will ask my other healers to share their life, because it is not about me. मेरे को जो बोलना था मैंने बोल दिया, अब बाकी लोगों को बोलना है. So I will give an opportunity to all my other healers who have done the program before, and they can share so that you can connect with what they have got in their life, right? Great, Gunjanji. Good attempt, good question, good curiosity. I like that. All
Thank
right.
you.
So who would like to share now? The opportunity is for my healers to share their life. Rishi, hold on. Let me first ask some healers to share, and then I will give you an opportunity to ask further question. Okay, just note down your question right now. Yeah, that's fine. Great. So, all my healers, who would like to share? Apurva ji, Nivedita ji, Sanjay, and Nikita. Where is Nikita? Okay, she must have dropped out. She will come back. That's fine. All right. So who would like to share? Nivedita ji,
I would
Apurva ji,
like to
you are
share,
on the
please.
screen. हाँ जी,
I
go
would
ahead.
like to share.
कौन बोल रहे हैं?
I'm Hero. I want to share.
Okay, Hiru ji, go ahead.
Okay. What about if a person having taken this program and all that, but has not improved their lives?
Yeah. So for that, first I will request you to listen to those people who have completed the program and what they have created. It will answer your question, right?
No, it's
And
not
if you
that.
still have,
I mean, the person has completed the program, but
Hmm.
there have been no changes.
So first question you have to ask yourself is that, are you interested or are you committed in life?
Well, of course, that person has to ask that question to her or himself.
If a person is just
What's
interested,
the point? What's the point of proving it that, hey, look, I have taken this program or I'm doing this program, but there has been no changes in that person.
so I will, in that case, what do you think should be the solution? Let me ask
Well,
you.
if certain things have to be changed, I mean, if certain changes should happen to that particular person, shouldn't it be reflected in their actions?
Correct. So
But
either he has to be.
it has gone the reverse.
Yeah. So what do you think should be the solution? You tell
Well,
me.
I need to ask you this question.
I will give that person whatever he wants. He wants to review the next program. Welcome. He wants to take the money back. Welcome. What else can I do? Tell me.
No, it is not the from that point of view. What I mean to say that it didn't benefited that person fully.
Yeah. So Hiruji, first of all, let us understand. It's a good question, right? I appreciate your concern. At that point of time, I will have a one-to-one discussion with that person. Know what is the problem behind it. Okay. If something is lacking from his side or her side, I will highlight that. If something is lacking from my side, I will ask them if reprogram again. I can refund the money from my side. Whatever is best is possible from my side, I will do that. Okay. That is my assurance to you and to anybody who has this question.
Okay.
Right. So though of course this question was out of track, but very relevant, because if that is the question coming up in this session, obviously it must be there in the mind of many other people, right? So thank you for asking that. And I hope I have answered you to some extent. Rest, as you hear the other people.
The person who has joined this program is listening to the question which I have asked and the answer which you have answered. I mean, what you have given me just now. Thank you.
Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, great. So be there in the session and listen to what the others are sharing from the benefits that they have got out of this program, right? And rest assured, something will be there which will click you, because if you are a human being, and we all are human beings, then there is a basic design which is common to all. And this program is designed in such a way that it will impact and change and transform the basic design of a human being. Okay, because basically we are all divine. You have to understand that. What Vedanta wisdom tells you is that you are all divine, but you have forgotten who you are. So it is a question of remembering. So how much you remember of yourself, that is important, right? Okay, so Sanjay is here, Apurva ji is here, Nivedita is here. Who would like to go first? Nivedita ji, go ahead.
First of all, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The course that we completed recently. First benefit, like, when if I want to share, I found the healer within me. I could, like, address, this is the healer, this is it. And that's something very big thing, sir. Like in healing,
absolutely.
Healing is required first. वो बोलते हैं ना कि दूसरों की मदद से पहले खुद की मदद करो. So if you are fine, then you are ready to help others. And of course, both it is Vedic healing is that the modalities that that's what you said, different types of touch healing and distance healing. and all that works fantastically. I have experienced that for myself, for my friends, for my maybe relatives, like, you know. And Vedanta wisdom is again yet another realm where Shravan, Manan and Nididhyasana. Of course, that things are to be there. So, like, you know, the previously the question which was asked, that even after doing this course, if they are not benefited, so it is, you know, we have to look within whether we have, like, you know, practiced it correctly. So it is not just worth listening. Okay, I just am present, and then, you know, so what you need to get it, it is your desire, what, or आपकी जो बोलते हैं ना कि अंदर से क्या प्यास है, like what you want out of it, and you'll get it. Those who want, really want, they get it. That's what I can say.
Thank you, Nivedita ji. Wonderful sharing. Let's acknowledge Nivedita ji for her participation. And let me tell you, she has been the most vibrant and the most active participant, always ready to share and ask questions and keep learning. And it's absolutely, I was really blessed to have a participant like this. Let me tell you that. Okay, great. And let me tell you one thing, those who are not interested also in learning, they also get magical results. That is the beauty of this program. You may come here just out of curiosity, कि चलो देखते हैं क्या होगा. And by the second or third program, you are absolutely, you know, in line with what is required to be done, and you are moving on your journey. That's absolutely brilliant. And by the way, I've been saying this over the last 10 years. Okay, even before I did the Vedanta healing and other healing, I used to do Reiki healing. I used to teach Reiki healing. Right. That time also, I used to do the same thing. I used to tell them, name benefit mila, so I will refund them, because money is not the only criteria for me. Of course, it is important, but it is not the only criteria for me. But till now, I have not given any refund to anybody because nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for it. In fact, the people who complete the program are ready to do the program the second time, you know, as graduates. And of course, there are many people here also. Amit ji is here, Sanjay is here, Tony is here. So all these people are people who continuously keep on reviewing the program, because they get new dimensions of values and benefits and the divine life that they're living. Right? Great, Nivedita ji. Thank you very much. Anybody else who would like to share? Who would like to go ahead? Kaun bolna chahenge? Yes, Apurva ji, go ahead.
I will just add a little bit to what Nivedita said. So I just want to share experience of one of the sessions when you asked what benefits are you seeing, and that's what I want to share. If you remember, during that session, both of us shared something, and Nivedita said she is counting on the incidences which are reducing of disturbances.
Yes,
and
yes. I remember.
Anger is reducing, and bouncing back is happening faster. And also I shared that that is one way of counting, and the other way of counting benefit is that how much more are you feeling happy, how much more are you finding yourself in happy state, is the other way of counting. And I just want to share it again, that those incidences, the happy incidences are increasing, bouncing back is happening faster, and anger and unhappy state is reducing. So those are the real benefits that we are seeing for ourselves right away. Yeah.
Absolutely great. Wonderful.
Thank you.
So that is just to highlight something which Apurva ji shared. See, when some negative emotions or negative thoughts or negative emotions happen in our life, negative event happen in our lives, just like anger. Okay. So if you want to see how much you are improving, one way of looking that is, you know, the frequency, the intensity, and the duration of that negative emotion. How much is that impacting you? So if that is coming down, you know that you're moving on the right path. Okay. And the other way you can look at it, which Apurva ji just now beautifully shared, is that the moment of happiness or the moment of joy, the moment of peace, कितनी बार आप खुश हो रहे हो लाइफ में, अगर वो देखना शुरू कर दो और उसकी इंटेंसिटी, फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड ड्यूरेशन बढ़ रही है, that is another monitoring, right? So it will be easier to monitor whatever is happening more. I would say that, correct? You will be able to notice that more. But after some time, when you reach some level of mastery, then you will be permanently in a state of joy and happiness and bliss. Then you will have to catch what is that anomaly happening for a few seconds. बीच में 5-6 seconds में क्या गड़बड़ हुई? So that time you will be looking at the negative part of it. Whichever way it works, the idea is you should be doing swadhyay. This is what is swadhyay. If somebody is not clear what is swadhyay, this is swadhyay. You look into your nature and then you look into your nature and then you find out what is happening within your system. आपके अंदर की जो दुनिया है, मन, बुद्धि, चित्त और अहंकार, वहां चल क्या रहा है? Is it a negative thought? Is it a positive thought? What is it that you want to monitor? You will know that immediately, and then you monitor that. That is Swadhyay, and then you move on. That is your spiritual journey. Wonderful, great, Apurva ji. Wonderful. Thank you.
Just
Okay.
one small thing. Just one small thing. We want to acknowledge our guests.
Rita Parekh and Sonal Kothari.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. So where are they?
They are there, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
मेरे को दिख नहीं रहे, कहाँ गए? अच्छा,
The videos are off, I think. Rita
अच्छा,
is actually.
Rita is there. Okay, namaskar. Very good. Welcome.
Yeah.
So Rita ji,
Yeah.
and who is the next one?
Sonal Kothari.
Sonal Kothari ji, हाँ हैं, देख लिया मैंने, ठीक है, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, welcome. Thank you. So Rita ji and Sonal ji, anything you would like to share about your experience? Of course, I need to ask something about the guests also, हाँ. So anything that you guests want to share something? आप mute पे हैं, sorry, आपको बोलना पड़ेगा unmute करके. Yeah.
Sir, need to exit now because we are just leaving for Javai Leopard Safari. We are out of Mumbai.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and definitely I'll get in touch with Nivedita.
Sure. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Take
you
care,
very much.
enjoy.
Thank you, Nivedita. Bye.
Thank you so much, dear.
Bye.
Okay, so your other guest is Sonal ji. Sonal ji, anything you would like to share? Even with video off, you can share, unmute yourself, and you can speak if you feel like. All right. Okay, she will do that whenever she wants to. Anybody else who would like to share? Let me have some other graduates who would like to share. Where are the graduates? Huh? They should be raising both your hands up. Huh? Kahan gaye? Yes, Sanjay. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So first of all, namaskar and thanks for this session. I was during the start on the onset, I was not very sure whether I would be able to join. Shashi, as you know, I am traveling from Singapore currently in India, but everything is destined. So as you mentioned, I think I'm very fortunate so that I'm again in this session. I think So I have a couple of points, and I was listening carefully to some of the guest responses and questions, and also I have the feedback over here. So let me cover it in 3 points. Okay. So first of all, I think most important for the guests who are planning to join this is not a commitment of the next 11 or 12 or 15 Saturdays, right? It is the commitment. It is a journey which will just start beyond that. So I think the first 11 or 12 or 15 Saturdays will just be a gateway to get into the long journey, right? The question which you need to ask is, are you ready to take it? Or is this the right moment? Well, the very fact is that you are in this session means that you are destined to take up that journey, but you have to do a bit of karma as well, so as to take and move that step forward. For me, I can answer a bit of the question which was raised earlier. I am repeating this course, okay, as a graduate. Okay, this doesn't mean that I have failed in the first one or I didn't get the passing marks. It is by my own choice, by my own option. And since I think what Apurva ji was mentioning it earlier, right? That it's a degree of happiness index. Coming here, joining this, on every Saturday gives me a high degree of happiness index and gives me a bit of learning. And also there were a bit of learnings which I couldn't discover during the first time. And they came absolutely new to me during the second time. Sometimes we get that deja vu feeling when we are reading the Ramayana or Mahabharata. As we age in our journey, there are certain things, I read Ramayana in the childhood, but I never discovered this, right? Or Mahabharata, but now it is coming. So I think, besides that you are destined, there is an understanding also which comes with every step, or maybe with increasing age, or once you get the right experience to earn that learning. So my first point, be committed for a long journey. It's just not the question of 12 to 15 Saturdays, right? Second point, what are we going to learn here? And this is my assimilation of the things. And I will just try to explain it. Like every day we take care of our physical body. We take bath, soap and other things. We take special care. We take special precautions so that our physical body looks good, in perfect shape, cosmetics, etc. But yet, we do fall ill, we do have disease internally. Manosthiti, if I were to just use the word mental state, वहां का हम कोई ख्याल नहीं रखते. वहां हमारा काफी कचरा भरा हुआ है, और हम unconsciously मन के विकार के अंदर फंसे हुए हैं, और अपनी जो बाउंड्री है 360 डिग्री है रियलम अराउंड आवर सेल्फ, हमने कॉन्स्ट्रिक्ट या संक्षिप्त उसको सिचोड़ लिया है और उसको बहुत ही छोटा कर दिया है. करेक्ट? So what does a person do when his back is against the wall? He just reacts angrily, violently, whichever way he feels, because his vision is not complete, right? And his vision is constructed by the boundaries, maya or illusion, which he has built around himself. And that's why, whereas on the other hand, if he can see a full room or a big room, he can see a lot of possibilities. He will tend to react. He will not tend to react. He will behave proactively and maybe suggest a way out, which is what Shashi was alluding in his slide a few while back, that you get connected to divine. The moment you get connected to divine, you feel powerful. You feel powerful. Once you feel powerful and you see that your vision is not constricted, but it is broad-based, and you can have a 360-degree view because there is no Maya, you can look beyond the Maya, right? Then you stay positive. And in that positiveness, obviously there are a lot of negativity still floating around, but your mind is focused now to pick and focus only on the positives. And you see a way ahead, not get distorted or disillusioned by all the negativities floating around. And there is the birth of the healer. Healer not only for yourself, okay, bringing you out into the realm of positivity, but healer also for the other world around you, okay, which is helping you to contribute to the society and further increase your intensity of positivity within you. Okay. So I will stop here. Otherwise, I think you will get drowned with this. But these are some of the learnings what I have imbibed in my 2 graduate session, and I'm looking forward for more. By the way, I'm not stopping here. And Shashi, I think I also wanted to acknowledge and mention here. I think, and this is something which I gained in the last 1 week, by the way. And I was traveling and I had every distant issues also. By the way, I should also mention that some of the practices what we acquired or we learned during the course, I have seen miracles happening in the life. But now it's the question of your trust, faith, and commitment. I mean, the trust is on you, not on the external world. Whether you call it miracle or whether you would call it coincidences, correct? But the things happened. For me, it was miracle, nothing short of that. And some of the participants, who were there with me during these sessions are fully aware that we did see that happening, along with Shashi, of course, who helped me to guide it. But coming back to, that point, Shashi, the big revelation which happened and which I wanted to share, this Navratri had a different meaning for me. I mean, it used to be culminating in Dussehra. So during childhood, Dussehra used to be a big festival. But now, maybe when I stayed in Calcutta, Durga Puja acquired some importance because when in my earlier scenario, Durga Puja didn't mean anything. It was Dussehra, which was Patake Phorna and other stuff. I think in the last 1 week, when I went through this course second time, and you mentioned the rise from Okay, I'm going to reveal something what we are going to learn in the course from tamas to sat, right? I think that 9 days significance also illuminated in me. I mean, that light I could feel was there. So let me acknowledge that. Thanks to you, thanks to the group, and thanks to all the positivity flowing around. And it really, and all this came from inside. I mean, so I could really understand the meaning of Astoma Sadgamya, Tamso Jyotirgamya, and Mrityoma Amritam Gamya. So I will stop here, and I will say, I will urge every of the guests that please do participate. I think the more you are here at the gateway to spiritual journey, to freedom, and to break away from all the shackles which you have been doing it so far. Try it out, but of course, have trust, faith, and commitment in this journey going ahead. Thank you everyone, and wishing every one of you a big successful journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. That is awesome sharing, very powerful, very close to the heart, and flowing from your heart, right? Great, wonderful, thank you. Okay, so now anybody else who would like to share? Anybody else who would like to share? Let me check who all are there. Amitji, Sanjeev, if you're comfortable, if your video is on, you can share that. Otherwise, Tony, anything you would like to share about your experience in this ongoing journey? Because you also have been participating, and you have also reviewed, right? Though you are not in the current one, you have reviewed that in the earlier one. So anything you would like to share? Tony, are you there? Tony, Amitji, Sanjay, Sanjeev.
Hi,
Sanjeev,
everyone. Good afternoon.
Yes, Amitji,
so if
welcome.
Tony is taking time, thank you very much. Sorry, there's a shifting happening, so I can't.
I know. So carry on with that. If you can do some kind of sharing, it will be good. And by the way, let me check. Have you invited any of your guests who are here?
No, sorry. Because of the shifting, I could not work on it at all.
But of course, there are many people who are here because of you, huh? So I know that. So Shweta is here, and Gunjan is here. So all these are your guests who have joined before, and then now they are here, right? Okay, go ahead, Amitji. If you can take 2 minutes and share something from
Great.
your
So
life.
thank you. I think though I've been missing out a bit of. Sorry.
Pardon? Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've been attending your sessions and Shashiji's sessions for the past 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now. And the most powerful sessions were the paid Vedanta sessions. And I've done this course twice. Though my spiritual journey started I just want to share for others as well. Though my journey started about 6 years back in 2016, and I've been getting certain bites of wisdom from here and there in various sources and various gurus. And Vedanta was the first structured course that I did under the guidance of Shashiji. And then that course actually almost put all those small scattered bites together in a fashion where I got a clarity not only to just experience those wisdom bites for myself, but also to promote and spread. So if I've been seeing the visions that we all are God, everybody has a power to operate from a God level, and all that is possible. I learned from Vedanta structured sessions through Shashiji, that what is the mechanism behind it. And if I was feeling that I was behaving like God at times, I was correct, because this was the learning that I got from those sessions. And a lot of miracles, if not a lot, but few miracles, how to manifest, what the things that I learned during the Vedanta session. But I think I also want to talk about the other Wednesday sessions where if it is not focused on Vedanta, it is all about the other various chakras and the Ashtanga yogas and the other things that I learned, which I related with the Vedanta course, which, as I said, have done twice in the last 1 year, has tremendously improvised my own body, mind, and soul, all three. And also I can see that effect on my family. So it's a spiritual family which is developing. So, and I had been knowing about Vedanta, but had no structured understanding of it, which happened through Shashiji. So I highly recommend that not just you, but anybody else who can be your dear ones, loved ones, near ones, it'll be a transformative journey. So thank you very much to you, and also all the participants. When we interact those also open up new small channels of understanding. So thank you. And I would like to repeat for the third time. So imagine that I'm definitely joining. So it means it made a lot of impact.
Thank you, Amitji,
Yeah,
and you're most
thank
welcome to review the program whenever you feel. Right, thank you. Let's acknowledge Amitji
Thank you.
for his sharing. Good. Yes,
Thank
anybody
you, thank
else who would like to share? Anybody else who would like to share? We will have to make it a bit short because I'm slightly behind schedule. So Tony, fast, quick sharing. Possible?
Well, for all the guests and the participants, I would like to just sum it up in a very brief manner that I started these sessions with Shashi in 2020, and I've been regularly attending the Wednesday evening sessions, as well as I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've done the Vedanta course 3 times back to back, and I've done the Healers program as well. And one major thing is that, like somebody said that she or he joined the program but did not benefit from that. Well, you just can't benefit from a session thinking that, okay, I've joined this session for maybe 15 days in a week or 15 days in a month or something of that sort, and it is going to create some magic. See, magic can happen only when you also put in your commitment or your participation into the program as well. It is not just कि भाई आपने वो program सुना और आपने सुन लिया और कह लिया कि अच्छा भाई इससे तो हमको benefit हुआ नहीं और something of that sort. Let me tell you about myself. I was going through a major depressive state of affairs in my life, and I would only say one thing, that Vedanta Wisdom जो session or course था, that actually made me realize that I am no longer going to be the victim that that I was being in my life. So I just, it gave me the power, it gave me the courage and the willingness to step out of my, the suffering that I was going through, or the victim state that I was going through. That has really helped me. And no, I'm not saying that some miracle has taken place in my life already. Yeah, but I am very positive and I'm very sure that when the divine will want it, it was definitely going to happen. And at least I'm happy that I'm on the path which leads to the divine. So there's, I can't explain it better than this. I think I've made my point clear, but this is what it is. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Wonderful sharing. In fact, he has summed it all up. When the divine will is there, the destined results are bound to happen, right? And by the way, you are the divine. You are the divinity within you. You have to connect with yourself. Everything else will flow. But the divine is not somewhere outside in the skies or anywhere else, right? Divine is right there within you. Just connect with it. That is what the program is all about. Okay, so we come to the end of the sharing part of it and we move to the next step. Next step is what? What is now open for you? Okay, what is the possibility now? So you have seen about the spiritual journey, you have seen about what the program offers. Now, what is required from your end? So what this program is all about is about 15 sessions. This is going to happen on Sunday. Okay, though I mentioned that as Saturdays, but I think most of the people want it on Sunday. That's what I could gather from what I have found. But there are many people who have not attending this because they have already made sure that they are registering. So the program is on Sunday. So though this orientation is on Saturday, we will have the program on Sunday from 11 to 12:30, 1.5 hours, 15 sessions is what will be there. So every week we will have one session on a Sunday, 7 sessions of Vedic healing, 7 sessions of Vedanta wisdom. Okay. And last session is a open QA session. And then we have the orientation like this, which will be away from the 15 sessions, which is the next one, right? So besides these 15 sessions, we also have an orientation, which is for the guests and other people to come. right? So that is the flow of the program. And what is required from you is the tuition fees, right? So coming to the tuition fees, earlier the program was decided, I mean, as I asked for divine guidance, the pricing came out to be 11,111. That means 5 ones. So the magic figure of 5 ones was the program fees. And then with a lot more insight, I thought that people who are associated with me in DHV and many other people who know me personally, for them, the price is 9999. So 4 nines. That is the magic figure for the people who are interested in this combo program of both Healers program as well as the Vedanta Wisdom program, right? And for those who are going to take the decision today of being registering in the program and committing that you're already there, many people have already done that, by the way. The price for them is 7777, the 4 times 7. Okay, so that is the energy exchange for this program for the 15 sessions that we have. 7777. That is the energy exchange. Okay, now what do you get besides what I have told you? All of you know that I am a distant healer, right? So we are talking of healing programs, and I conduct the healings for people who are situated far away. So one additional benefit that you get from this program is that for the next 3 months or 3.5 months, as long as the session is on, you will all of you will be getting the distance healing sessions from me, who are the participants. And for somebody who has been receiving the distance healing, you can be very well sure 3 to 4 months of distance healing, the energy exchange for that itself is much more than 7,777. So actually, whatever you're going to pay for this healers program is much lesser than the healing that you will be getting from me on one-to-one basis, right? So your personal life will anyway get transformed. Plus, you get to learn this wisdom and the healing modalities, and will make you a perfect healer so that you can heal yourself, contribute to others, and make a huge difference in your spiritual journey. So that is the promise of this program. And that is all from my side to you. Now, if you have any questions, and if you have any decisions to make, if you have any concerns, please come up. And we still have about 6 minutes to go. So I will ask some guests to share anything that you have in your mind, anything that you want to know. So just to make the punchline clear, the energy exchange for this program is 7777. That is the energy exchange which you need to pay. Register yourself in the program and get in touch with me as soon as possible. Those who are in the group, they already know me. Those who are not in the group, who are guests and who are away, ask your hosts about my number, get in touch with me so that we can complete the formalities and you can be part of the program. We will be starting the session from 16th October. One session we will have before Diwali, introduction session, and then after Diwali. So there will be no stoppage in the Diwali festivals. After the festival season is on, we will pick up momentum after the Diwali. So there will be a break after 16th.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, coming to you, Rishi, just one second. So from 16th, 23rd will be a break. Then we again start from 30th October, and then we carry on all other Sundays, right? So that is all from my side. So let's have some questions or some sharings that you have. So Rishi, go ahead.
Sir, as you said that there is difference between believing and knowing God. So how to know God?
You will have to speak into the mic. You are not speaking into the mic. It's not clear. Your voice is not clear.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. So I'm saying that you said that there is difference in believing and knowing God. So how to know God?
That is all the program is all about. That is all the program is all about. Vedanta wisdom is all about knowing God. See, अभी तक हमने क्या किया बचपन से? या तो भगवान को मानते हैं या नहीं मानते. हमने जाना ही नहीं है भगवान को, है ना? पहले मैं भगवान को नहीं मानते तो आप क्या बन गए? नास्तिक बन गए. फिर आपने भगवान को मानना शुरू किया तो अब आप आस्तिक बन गए. पर भगवान को जाना कहाँ आपने? So this whole program is all about knowing God, knowing that you are having a innate inborn connection with the divine, and when you get that connection, profound connection, that is when the spiritual journey will start. Okay, so this whole program is all about knowing God. All right, so welcome to the journey, right? Good. Anything else? So did I answer you, Richi? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Very good. Anybody else who has any question? Sylvia ji, आपने आज कुछ नहीं कहा. Anything you want to say? Sonal Kothari ji, anything you would like to share? Yes.
Shashi, I don't know whether the question at this time is right. Um, Initially, you said that we are where we are at the moment is the right place where we are. Universe does not make a mistake. That is now when we know, okay, whichever place, whether good or bad place that we have, and that is the right place for us to be in according to the universe.
Yeah.
Then why to do programs like this, or why to even want to help? Because my thought is coming from that. Suppose I want to help somebody and I have this nature of wanting to help man, animal, anything. But if that place the person is who needs the help is in the right place according to the universe, then why to help, or why to even do programs like this? I'm a little confused regarding this.
Yeah. So if you're asking my purpose of doing this program, it is about contribution to humanity. What I have got, I want to share that with people.
Okay.
Okay. So by contribution, what am I doing? I am moving forward in my spiritual journey. And in the process, I am enlightening those or showing them the path, that this is the path, go ahead on a fast track on this journey. You are going in a road which is full of speed breakers, where the road is broken and you are not moving forward. I'm showing you a highway. And when you are moving on a journey which is new to you, it is better to take directions, right? We do that in Google. If you are on an unknown journey, what do? You put on the Google map and take instructions. Turn right, you turn right. Turn left, you turn left. You don't ask questions, right? You follow the instructions. So in the spiritual journey, it is better to take directions because you are on a journey which you are not aware of. So you think moving on a bullock cart on a broken road is your spiritual journey. That is a very slow speed, right? So these programs will put you on a highway where you can move at a fast pace or take a flight. How is that? Bullock cart journey from here to Chennai and a flight to Chennai. If you are aware of it, what will you do? That is it. So awareness and consciousness is the whole point of discussion. You will still move on the journey. इस जन्म में नहीं तो अगले जन्म में करोगे. करना तो है. इस जन्म में fast track पे चलना है कि नहीं? That is the question that you want to ask. That is why I said you have to ask yourself: am I interested or am I committed? I am interested in many things, but I'm not committed. I'm committed to my healing and my programs. I'm committed to my spiritual journey. I'm interested in football. I'm interested in cricket. I'm interested in Bollywood. Am I really passionate about them? Am I really committed to them? No, I'm not committed. I may like all the women in the world, but I'm committed to my wife, right? So I'm interested in many things, but I'm committed to only one thing, which is really making a difference in my life. What is that? For me, it is spirituality. For me, it is healing. For me, it is this conducting these programs. What is it for you? Check. That will give you the answer.
Can I
answer your
something,
question?
sir?
Yeah, one second, Amiji. Sylvia, did I answer your question?
Not completely, but
Okay.
right now I won't take more time. I can discuss it with you some other time also.
Okay,
That's
no
not
problem. No problem. That's fine. But in case you have any doubts, you can check with me one-to-one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Amiji, go ahead. You wanted to share something?
Yeah, so whatever you were saying about this journey and the highways, the red lights and the right turns, so there is a balance between the acceptance and as well as ascension. So acceptance of whatever coordinates that we are in, and at the same time, knowing ascension is the journey. So I came out with an example while you were saying, for example, we have a distance to travel in a car and we have to go very fast. So let's say this is the analogy to the ascension. And when are we driving, we come across a situation when there's a lot of traffic, or maybe it's an uphill drive, and you can't go beyond 30 kilometers per hour. Now at 30 kmph, you know that you have to reach the journey. So you want to accelerate, but at the same time, we have no option but to accept कि सामने एक car है, we can't go beyond that, और या फिर uphill है या road खराब है, whatever. So there, what we do, हम अपने right पैर से acceleration को पूरा नहीं दबाते हैं, थोड़ा सा दबाएंगे, अब बीच में रखेंगे. So a balance between the acceptance of current state of the car, whatever it is today, and also trying to see that wherever you can accelerate to reach the journey faster.
Perfect, Amiji. Great explanation. Good analogy.
Yeah. So I think with some little bit of more practice and accepting the very fact that the combination of acceptance of current coordinates wherever we are, and also a possibility of ascension or journey or knowing more wisdom bites, is a balance which comes with the very attracting of it. We keep attracting that may it happen, and then it will happen. I mean, yeah, I don't know. If you want
Thank you, Amarji. Wonderful, good sharing.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
so before we close down, we are reaching the end of the program now. So before we close down, I'll just say one thing, that there are many opportunities in your life, and the person who makes the right decision at the right time, we call that in the शास्त्रों में इसको बोला गया है निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धि. तो जिसकी बुद्धि में निश्चय लेने का जो wisdom आता है, that point, if you take the decision, it creates a major event in your life and makes you move forward in your life. So that is my invitation to all the guests today and all the graduates today. In case you will, I will definitely be sharing this recording with all of you, so you can share that with your friends and ask them to be in the program to make a transformation in their life, right? Those who want to review the program for the graduates, yes, I forgot to mention that. All the graduates can review this program at half the program fees, which means half of 7,777, right? So that is the fees for the graduates who wants to review the program, and for all the guests who want to register for the program, who are doing it for the first time, it is 7,777. So take a decision, get in touch with me, and we can really move forward on this game of life where transformation is the key element, right? So with this, we come to the end of the session. Anybody who has not shared would like to share something? Sonal Kothari ji, you have not shared anything. In case you want to share something about your participation, welcome.
No, I just want to thank who has invited me. Only
okay.
That.
So how was your experience? What are you taking away from the session?
But I have to think and then I'll share.
Okay, नहीं वो छोड़ दीजिए, आप करेंगे या नहीं वो तो आप अपने होस्ट से बात कीजिएगा. मैं सिर्फ ये पूछ रहा हूँ, इस प्रोग्राम से अभी आपको क्या मिला? आपने 1.5 घंटा लगाया यहाँ पे, कुछ मिला आपको? यहाँ से लेके जा रहे हैं वापस? Anything you're taking away?
I had some idea about this.
Okay.
It is good only.
Chaliye, no problem. You can talk to your host later on and convey your queries. In case you want to talk to me, you are free to do that. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Sonal ji, for your participation. In fact, thank all the guests and all the graduates who are here today for your participation. Gunjan ji, anything you would like to share? What are you taking away from the session? What is your decision?
Sir, I'm speechless. I'm always speechless.
Okay.
But
so
yeah,
when you
the
are
question I asked was
Ah.
about the desires and everything. So yeah, it made me clear that I think I'm on Bhakti Yoga.
You're on that?
On that path, Bhakti Yoga path.
I got that. Perfect. But yeah. So when you are speechless, I know your answer is yes. Okay. I know that much. Right. So that is fine. Thank you very much for your confirmation. Yes, Shweta ji, before you leave, anything you would like to share? Shweta, you have not said anything. Anything you would like to share?
Not specifically, but I would say that there were many challenges I have faced, and I have been on and off emotional, my emotional state, and so many times I picked myself up, but again I am a little inconsistent. So I just want to be consistent, and I'm sure that I would be joining this program. So
Wonderful.
I'm very curious. Thank you.
Very good. So that is the first sign of a seeker who is Jigyasu. Yeah. Gunjan ji is Jigyasu, Shweta is Jigyasu, and all the people who are Jigyasu. In fact, that is one thing which you should always be on the path. See, the path is like this somewhere. Earlier, as I shared, from my story also, you would have guessed it. First, you are sleepwalking in your life. Then there is a sudden disaster or a sudden suffering, which leads to some kind of you can say, a awakening. Enlightenment nahi hota, but awakening aata hai. Awakening ke baad you start moving on the path. So there is a lot of shift in the consciousness. There is a lot of shift in transition. Ghar badloge, job badloge, log badlenge, bahut kuch hoga. So shift ho raha hai. Shift hone ke saath saath consciousness बढ़ती जाती है. और जब जैसे जैसे वो बढ़ती जाती है, you are on your quest. Your jigyasa goes on increasing, and then you come to the path. Then you finally come to a path. When you have reached a particular level, and then the path becomes clear. Then it is a highway. Then you know this is the path and this is the journey I am in. And then you straight away take off and in one of the lifetimes you will reach your destination. That is how the journey is, right? So welcome,
Right.
welcome to the journey, Shweta ji. I am sure you're part of that, and all of us can see ourselves on that, right? But remember, we are all WIP. तो हमेशा डिवाइन का हाथ पकड़ के उनकी तरफ चलना है और चलते रहना है. किसी न किसी लाइफ टाइम में मिलेगा. That's it. So that is what we are looking to, right? So I will not take much time. We are already 7 minutes over time. Thank you very much for your participation. For me, it was a great session, and I hope this session was valuable to everybody. And you're going back with a lot of value and being served. So that was my commitment, that all of you will get a lot of value and all of you go back having been served. So thank you very much. Enjoy a great day. Enjoy a great life. Aham Brahmasmi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Enjoy. Bye-bye.